Wrestling fans, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. This is going to be short, sweet, to the point. Because this was a go-home show to the 32nd annual Survivor Series. This was the go-home show. I'm going to repeat that. The go-home show to the 32nd annual Survivor Series. And did we get much of a go-home show? Not really. Some of you might say that we did. I'm here to tell you that we did not. We got the same generic Monday Night Raw for a go-home show to Survivor Series. Now, does that mean I'm going to sit here and rant throughout this entire review? Absolutely not. Like I know some people in the wrestling community on YouTube are going to do. So if you're looking for somebody to do that, get away from this channel and go to them. However, WWE didn't do anything special tonight. WWE actually had something going in Becky Lynch ripping Ronda Rousey's arm off and then ruining it by having the entire women's SmackDown roster interrupting a match, practically. Cringe. We see this every single year. Now, WWE. I think every wrestling fan out there would agree with me when I say that this would mean more. This would feel more important if you had the brands invade more than 1 week before Survivor Series. Seeing how it's brand warfare, brand supremacy. How personal, Alexa Bliss, is it really when you are really just saying it and pushing for it 1 week? Let's be honest. It's not that personal. And by the way, the verbiage that Kevin Dunn, Vince McMahon, and all the other producers in the back spewing that Raw is the A show and SmackDown is beneath. Once again, I think every wrestling fan out there that is a fan that tunes in on a regular basis would agree with me that that is a crock. Sure, it's nice that Monday Night Raw is the show that has stars like Undertaker, Triple H, John Cena, those stars on it. But in reality, they have to do that to push up the ratings. SmackDown, on the other hand, let's be honest, they have the storylines and they have the superstars that the fans really want to see on a normal basis. So enough with that verbiage. Seriously. Now, let's move on to Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins, who continues to want answers. Seth Rollins, who for the past couple weeks has been dirty deed right into the squared circle, right on the outside, everywhere. Thrown into the barricade, you name it. Seth Rollins has not gotten what he wanted. Dean Ambrose has been playing mind games with Seth Rollins. So why? Why did Dean Ambrose do what he did on the night that Roman Reigns had to vacate the Universal Championship because he's off fighting leukemia? Get well soon, Roman. Simple. He doesn't have to answer. As a matter of fact, he looks at the Shield as making him weak, making him just pathetic, as he stated tonight. And he took the vest and burned it. Lit it on fire. I loved it. Absolutely fantastic. How could you not enjoy Dean Ambrose's character right now? How can you not enjoy Dean Ambrose heel turn? I don't see how you can't. It's not the same generic lunatic baby face that we always see. And when Seth Rollins, and you'll see my preview and predictions of Survivor Series on Wednesday, but when Seth Rollins takes on Shinsuke Nakamura at Survivor Series, it wouldn't surprise me a bit if Dean Ambrose interferes in that matchup. Matter of fact, I hope WWE does that to enhance their storyline. Seth Rollins loses, and Shinsuke Nakamura picks up the victory. Give SmackDown that victory. Now, moving on to Brock Lesnar, the Beast. And ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. Okay, wrestling fans. Paul Heyman coming out and cutting the usual promo. And by the way, wrestling fans, I think that we all are in agreement when I say that that is the biggest crock in him spewing all this positivity about him being the only two-time Universal Champion. Let's be honest here. That title is worthless. It is a big red piece of garbage. When you look at the Universal Championship title history, I don't care how WWE spins it. Yes, it has had Brock Lesnar and Goldberg and Kevin Owens and all, and Finn Balor and all, and Roman Reigns hold it. But has anything special really been done with it? No. Brock Lesnar's held it, kept it hostage, just kept it comfortable for Roman Reigns. We all know that. There's nothing special about that title. Goldberg kept it comfortable for Brock Lesnar. Kevin Owens only got the title because Finn Balor got hurt. Nothing special about that title. So Paul Heyman coming on there and saying he's the only two-time Universal Champion means nothing to me. Now, Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar tearing a hole right through Shanti. The modern day Fail Raja. Jinder Mahal. That's entertaining. I enjoyed that. Regardless, Survivor Series this Sunday, AJ Styles. I am hoping WWE pulls the trigger and gives AJ Styles a clean 1, 2, 3 victory over Brock Lesnar. Now, Stephanie McMahon starts off the show. And she has Braun Strowman confront her. Pretty much. Well, I got that mixed up. Braun Strowman comes out and destroys everybody in sight in the Battle Royal. And then Stephanie stops him because it was going to be the Braun Strowman show. He doesn't care about doing what Stephanie wants. He doesn't care about representing Stephanie and representing the Raw brand and representing everything about Monday Night Raw. He wants Baron Corbin to get these hands, right? Well, let's be honest here. WWE, they're caught in to take myself down a notch. They're caught in interesting dynamic here. A lot of people, including myself, are getting absolutely tired of seeing Braun Strowman get waylaid, destroyed by Brock Lesnar, which I'm sure is going to happen again in his rematch that nobody wants to see. But look at who else they have on the roster right now. Is anybody ready, open to face Brock Lesnar? No. Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins can't. They can't face him. They're tied up in a rivalry. Drew McIntyre, I would like to see Drew McIntyre, go in and face Brock Lesnar. Who wouldn't like to see that? Who wouldn't like to see Rollins or Ambrose? But they can't do it either. McIntyre, WWE's eyes, not ready yet. So you have to give Braun Strowman that extra matchup to get somebody else ready. No matter how much we like or dislike it. And that's about all I can say about that. Because I'm not interested in Braun Strowman and Baron Corbin whatsoever. Tamina versus Ember Moon. Who cares? I don't, and I'm sure you don't. The only thing out of this that remotely is interesting is the fact that Ember Moon, even though Nia Jax turned heel tonight, because she did, she's officially tag teamed with Tamina. Officially tag team because she turned heel. So if she turned heel, she's officially tag team. And plus she had to because Ronda Rousey wasn't going to be a heel going into the match at TLC. So of course Nia Jax had to be. So Ember Moon will be the next one in line for a championship matchup. There's no doubt in my mind that's who's going to be pushed for a number one contender spot on Monday Night Raw in the women's division. No doubt in my mind. She is too good for that, and you see how she's being pushed. The only reason why what happened tonight is because Nia Jax had to turn heel. That's it. Finn Balor and Dolph Ziggler. Very good contest, but Dolph Ziggler fell short, so Finn Balor can be used as a tackling dummy for Drew McIntyre. Let's be honest. That's it. Because Drew McIntyre is the future. There's no other way to look at it. Speaking of Survivor Series and things of that nature, I know I touched on the women's segment at the end earlier, but one thing that I like that WWE did kind of makes sense, because why would, because I know somebody's going to come on the internet and gripe, moan, and groan and complain about it, but why would Alexa Bliss pick Sasha or Bayley? She wouldn't pick them. As much backstory those competitors have, there's no way she would pick them for Survivor Series. Of course she would have to pick a heel. So, you pick the one heel that really has been shining on the roster, Ruby Riott. And she has been shining in her matches. There's no doubt about that. The only controversy there is Natalya. How are they going to work as a team? Whatever the case, Ruby Riott, the right pick for that spot. And honestly, outside of the useless tag team battle royal, where it's a glorious team captains now, and Bobby Roode and Chad Gable, which I'm hoping leads to a Bobby Roode heel turn at Survivor Series, because it'd be a perfect spot. Nothing else happened on Monday Night Raw. That was it. And I hope you enjoyed this review. I'm getting out of here. Leave me a like, subscribe, everything else. And I would appreciate that. 150 subscribers right now. And much appreciated for joining me on this journey. And if you have been with me throughout this entire journey on YouTube, that is much appreciated. And continuing on throughout my journey here. And of course, Facebook and Twitter as well at 2007 Webby. Polls, different things that I put up, much appreciated if you participate in all of that. And until I see you again tomorrow for SmackDown Live review, this is Webby, and I'll catch you on the other side. Talk to you later.